Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is reneelouise.tech, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can break into tech without a computer science degree. And I know that that sounds impossible, but it's really not, because I did, and so can you. So in today's video, I'll be breaking down a step-by-step guide on how you can break into tech, specifically as a software engineer in 2025, even if you're just at the start of your journey. So let's jump straight in. So if you're at the very beginning of your journey and you're wondering, where should I even start? I would certainly recommend as a first initial step to grasp the fundamentals of programming. And by this, I mean grasping languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which are the building blocks of web development. And you can do this in a number of ways, namely YouTube courses or tutorials, free codecamp courses or tutorials, devloop.sh, which is coming very, very soon and is going to be providing you roadmaps as devs to level up your careers in tech, working step by step through it. However, more details on that will be out soon. Make sure you're following reneelouise.tech for the updates. Shameless plug. Aside from that, you could also use platforms like Codecademy and Coursera as well to learn these fundamentals. The one way that I did it when I was just entering the space was I used Free Codecamp, which is a free platform that helps you learn about bite-sized chunks of information in such a practical and hands-on way. The course that I completed was the responsive web design course, and this actually ended in me having a certificate as well, which was also a double whammy. By completing this course, I was able to grasp the fundamentals of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and how they all work together, whilst creating some projects along the way. And this is super important on the journey. Make sure you're not just learning, but also putting that learning into practice as well, through building small projects, even if it's a to-do app or a mini personal portfolio. Either way, it will deepen your learning, strengthen your understanding, and also serve as something to put on your portfolio as well. And this leads me nicely into the next step on your journey, which is to make sure that you are building relevant projects for your portfolio. It's super important in this day and age to make sure that you have a solid portfolio of projects, even if you're just at the beginning of your journey. So building things like a to-do app, as I mentioned, or even a small weather app, either way, it will help to let recruiters know that you're the right person for the job. One way that I would choose what kind of projects I'd have on my portfolio is by interrogating job descriptions thoroughly. I would have a look through different job descriptions of jobs that I aspired to have even before I was in the space, and I would look at the type of skills that they were asking. And this helped me to align the projects on my portfolio to the jobs that I actually wanted. For example, say a company was looking for a software engineer with solid React experience. I made sure that I had React projects on my portfolio to showcase this. And you can do the same thing too. For example, say you're looking at a job who wants a software engineer that has solid API experience. Then why not have a project on your portfolio which is pulling data from a public API like OpenWeather or Spotify? This could be a great way to showcase your skill set in this area and give you a better chance of landing a role when you get round to doing some applications and interviews. Building projects that align with job roles will not only boost your confidence immensely, because it will allow you to speak with conviction about the things that you've built and the technologies used, but it will also make your resume stand out. So once you've learned the fundamentals of programming and you've also put it into practice by building some projects for your portfolio, then the next step in your journey should really be to practice problem solving daily. You need to strengthen that muscle, and practice makes perfect. You do not have to be perfect at this at all. It's just about improving a little day by day. And I'd recommend using platforms like Code Wars, LeetCode, or even HackerRank to practice your problem solving, because they do cater to beginners as well. And the reasons why you should use these platforms specifically to practice your problem solving is not only to aid your personal development in this area, but also to double up as technical interview prep. Because it is quite known in the industry that a lot of the technical tests that are given by companies when they're vetting software engineers come from these platforms. So it would also be good to track your progress when you are solving these problems. One way that I track my progress is through having a page on Notion where I track each and every Code Wars kata that I complete. I like to have a look back at my solutions that I've done over the years and see how they've evolved and see how I'm actually improving as a software engineer. If you'd like a template on some of the problems that I have solved, then give me a follow on reneelouise.tech and drop me a DM, and I'll be happy to share my template with you. So once you're at this stage of your journey where you are practicing your problem solving, strengthening those skills, you may find it useful to have a bit of a community or even some sort of accountability group. And you can definitely achieve this through networking. This is something that I harp on about so much in almost all of my videos, that networking strategically and intentionally is key. And relationships are super important in this industry. 100% of the opportunities that I have achieved in this tech industry has been through networking. From my very first job as a software engineering intern to the latest job I have as a software engineer too. And even as far as some opportunities in the speaking domain as well, has all been achieved through networking. So please do not underestimate how important this is, and make sure you're going out there to events, networking online, and also building a personal brand, sharing your progress to help others discover what it is that you're doing and connect. So at this point, you should be completely flying in your journey of becoming a software engineer in 2025. And this is the time to start putting yourself out there. Applying for jobs and preparing for interviews is the next logical step, even if you don't feel prepared. And trust me, when I started applying for jobs, I was very underprepared, but I just thought to myself, what's the worst that can happen? And this is the type of mindset that will help you to boot down the door of that very first opportunity that you're seeking. At this stage, it's important that you prepare yourself for the technical and behavioral interview questions as well, because you have no idea at what point you can get a call back, and you'll be pretty surprised. So make sure you're putting yourself out there and taking that risk. As mentioned earlier, you can practice your technical problem solving on platforms like LeetCode, Code Wars, or even HackerRank. And in terms of preparing for your behavioral interview questions, I would certainly recommend doing some mock interviews. And if you have the resources, to invest in some professional coaching, because that is actually what I did, which was a complete game changer for me. And hence why I was able to land a role within the first 2 months of being on my bootcamp, whilst everyone else was still figuring out exactly what they wanted to do after the bootcamp, because we still had about 4 months to go. And if you're serious about accelerating your journey into the tech space, then make sure you check out my professional growth services on www.reneelouise.tech. And I have a services section, which you can see all of the services I offer, from tailoring your resume, revamping your LinkedIn, to even helping you with your personal brand. Schedule a free consultation with me, and I'll definitely help you with as much as I can on your journey into the tech space. And just remember, don't be afraid of rejection. It will come on this journey, but it's the most resilient who fight it out and end up getting the job that they truly desire. Make sure that you check out the last video that I did, because this could potentially really help you with the mindset that you need and some of the strategy that could be used to land yourself a role in the space. So last but not least, the final step in this journey, which is something that I feel should never really end, is staying curious and continuing to learn. Technology evolves so quickly that what you learned 3 months ago could potentially be outdated today. And you need to make sure you stay on top of these trends and stay on top of the in-demand skills in the industry to keep yourself relevant. So whether you're trying a new programming languages, exploring AI, or even diving into cloud computing, stay curious and keep learning. Besides, the more you learn, the more opportunities you'll create for yourself. So never, ever stop learning on this journey. One of the areas that I'll be diving into a lot deeper this year is the cloud, because I want to make sure that I'm staying on trend with the way the industry is changing. A lot of companies have adopted the cloud over the years, and cloud security has become increasingly important. So by staying on top of these trends, I'm able to position myself in such a way that will make me an asset to any company that I join. So that brings me to the end of this video. And if you've made it to the end, then thank you very much for watching. And also a big well done again for your investment in yourself, for trying to find a solid strategy on how you're going to break into the tech space. This is a great place to start, and there's many more videos to come, so make sure that you subscribe. where I'm currently building an edtech platform called devloop.sh to help people like you break into the tech space, I'm super interested in what career tracks you're actually interested in. So head over to devloop.sh and fill out the career quiz and let us know exactly what career tracks you're interested in so that we can prioritize them first for our launch, which is coming very soon. So make sure you stay tuned and stick around for the next video. We post videos every single Sunday at 3 p.m. and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.